Hey Taurus, grab your coffee because what I just pulled from the cards about your destiny and this union coming your way is something we need to talk about seriously. I shuffled the deck thinking about your love life and financial future, and honestly, the energy that came through was so specific and so clear that I had to do this reading right away. So I pulled 10 cards for you. And before I even laid them out, I could feel the sense of anticipation, like something has been building for a while now, and it is finally about to crystallize into something real. Let me walk you through what the universe is showing me about your path forward. The first card that came out is the Two of Pentacles, and immediately I am seeing someone who has been juggling a lot. You know that feeling when you are trying to balance everything in your life, and it feels like you are constantly in motion just trying to keep all the balls in the air. That has been your reality, Taurus. You have been managing work responsibilities, maybe some financial pressures, trying to maintain relationships, and somewhere in all of that chaos you have been wondering when things are going to settle down and when love is actually going to show up in a meaningful way. But here's what this card is really telling me, and this is important. The juggling act you have been doing is not random struggle. You have been learning how to maintain equilibrium in your life. You have been developing the skill of staying centered even when everything around you is demanding your attention. And the universe needed you to master this because the union that is coming toward you requires someone who knows how to balance multiple aspects of life without losing themselves in the process. I am seeing that you might have felt frustrated lately, like, why is everything so complicated? Why cannot things just be simple and straightforward? But the Two of Pentacles is showing me that this complexity has been preparing you. You have been building the capacity to handle a relationship that is going to be rich and multifaceted. This is not going to be some simple surface level connection. This is going to be someone who brings their own complexity, their own world, their own dreams, and you needed to be ready for that. The energy here is also telling me about financial balance, and this is directly connected to your love life in ways you might not expect. There has been some uncertainty around money. Maybe you have been making decisions about career changes or investments, or just trying to figure out how to create more stability. The card is showing me that these financial questions are going to start resolving themselves, and interestingly enough, this resolution is connected to a partnership that is forming. Now let me be clear. I am not saying you are going to meet someone who solves all your financial problems. That would be the wrong read. What I am seeing is that when this union comes together, there is going to be a natural synergy around resources and goals. You and this person are going to understand each other on a practical level. You are both going to value security and comfort, but you are also both going to understand that life requires flexibility and adaptability. The second card is the Moon, and wow, Taurus, this is where things get really interesting because the Moon is telling me that you have been in a period of confusion and uncertainty, especially around matters of the heart. You might have been questioning your intuition, wondering if you can trust what you are feeling, having dreams that feel significant but not quite understanding what they mean. The Moon represents the subconscious realm, the world of symbols and hidden truths. What this card is revealing is that there has been a lot happening beneath the surface of your awareness. While you have been going about your daily life dealing with practical matters, there has been this whole other dimension of spiritual and emotional preparation taking place. Your soul has been getting ready for something profound. I am picking up that you might have had some confusing situations in love recently. Maybe someone came into your life and you could not quite figure out their intentions. Or maybe you felt drawn to someone but the circumstances were unclear. The Moon is telling me that these experiences were not random. They were part of your journey toward clarity. Sometimes we need to experience the fog before we can truly appreciate the sunrise. There is also something here about illusions being cleared away. You might have had certain ideas about what love should look like, what your perfect partner should be like, how a relationship should unfold. The Moon is suggesting that some of these ideas were based more on fantasy than reality, and the universe has been slowly helping you release those illusions so you can recognize the real thing when it arrives. What I find really powerful about the Moon in your reading is that it is pointing to a deep spiritual awakening happening within you. You are becoming more intuitive, more in tune with subtle energies, more aware of the unseen forces that shape our lives. This heightened sensitivity is actually going to help you recognize your destined partner when they appear, because you are going to feel it on a soul level before your logical mind even catches up. The third card that came through is the Magician, and this is honestly one of the most powerful cards for manifestation in the entire deck. After the confusion of the Moon, we have the Magician showing up, which tells me that you are moving from a period of uncertainty into a phase where you have all the tools and resources you need to create the reality you desire. The Magician represents conscious creation, mastery over the elements, the ability to take what exists in the spiritual realm and bring it into physical form. This card is telling me that you are entering a time where your intentions and your actions are going to align in powerful ways. What you focus on, what you put energy toward, is going to materialize much more quickly than you might expect. In terms of this destined union, the card is showing me that you actually have more control over when and how this connection manifests than you realize. I am not talking about controlling another person, obviously, but I am talking about your energetic state, your openness, your willingness to take inspired action when opportunities present themselves. The Magician is all about being ready and being willing to act. I am seeing that there might be a situation coming up soon where you need to be bold. Maybe you will meet someone, and instead of waiting for them to make the first move, you will need to trust yourself enough to show interest. Or maybe you will have an opportunity to put yourself in a new environment where meeting someone becomes possible, but you will need to overcome some hesitation or fear. The Magician is telling you that you have everything you need to make magic happen. You just need to believe in your own power. There is also something here about communication, and this feels really relevant. The Magician is connected to Mercury, the planet of communication, and I am getting the sense that words are going to play an important role in how this union forms. Maybe you will have a conversation with someone that completely shifts the trajectory of your connection. Or maybe you will need to clearly articulate what you want in a relationship in order to call that energy toward you. Your voice matters right now, Taurus. Your ability to speak your truth and express your desires is part of the manifestation process. The fourth card is the Ten of Cups. And I have to tell you, when this card appears in a reading about love and destiny, it is one of the most beautiful signs possible. The Ten of Cups represents emotional fulfillment, harmonious relationships, deep joy, and the feeling of having finally arrived at a place where your heart feels truly at home. This card is telling me that the union destiny is marking for you is not going to be a mediocre or disappointing connection. This is going to be the real deal, Taurus. This is the kind of relationship where you look at each other and think, how did I get so lucky? This is the kind of love where you feel safe enough to be completely yourself, where you laugh together, where you build something meaningful together, where you can imagine a future that includes family and shared dreams and all the beautiful things that make life worth living. I am seeing that you might have worried at times that maybe you were asking for too much, or maybe that kind of deep, fulfilling love only exists in movies. The Ten of Cups is here to tell you that no, you were not asking for too much. And yes, that kind of love is real. It is coming toward you. The universe heard your heart and has been orchestrating events to bring you and this person together at exactly the right time. Asterisk, what I love about this card is that it is not just about romantic love in isolation. The Ten of Cups represents harmony in all areas of life. It suggests that when this relationship comes together, it is going to have a positive ripple effect on everything else. Your home life is going to feel more peaceful. Your emotional state is going to be more balanced. You are going to feel more connected to a sense of purpose and meaning. This relationship is going to be a foundation that supports your growth and happiness in every dimension. The energy here is also showing me celebrations and happy occasions. I would not be surprised if within the next several months you find yourself at gatherings or events where there is a lot of joy and connection. These might be the circumstances under which you meet this person, or they might be celebrations that come after you have already connected. Either way, there is a feeling of abundance and gratitude surrounding this union. The fifth card is the Knight of Swords, and this changes the energy quite a bit, because we go from the peaceful contentment of the Ten of Cups to the swift, decisive, action-oriented energy. The Knight of Swords is telling me that once things start moving, they are going to move fast. This is not going to be a slow, gradual unfolding. This is going to be more like suddenly everything clicks into place and you are off and running. I am getting the sense that either you or the person you are destined to meet, or maybe both of you, have this quality of being very direct and straightforward. There is not going to be a lot of game playing or trying to read between the lines. When this connection happens, there is going to be an intellectual spark and ability to communicate clearly and honestly, a shared understanding. That time is precious, and neither of you wants to waste it on superficial interactions. The Knight of Swords can sometimes indicate that someone is going to pursue you with determination and focus. If you have been used to people who were wishy-washy or unclear about their intentions, this is going to be refreshingly different. This person is going to know what they want, and they are going to go after it. Or alternatively, you might find yourself being the one who takes decisive action, stepping forward with clarity and confidence. There is a warning embedded in this card, though, and I want to make sure you hear it. The Knight of Swords energy can sometimes be so focused on forward movement that it does not pause to check in with emotions or consider all the nuances of a situation. So, while the speed and directness of this connection is going to be exciting, you also want to make sure that you are staying grounded and present. Do not get so caught up in the momentum that you ignore any red flags or skip over important conversations. The key is to move forward with both enthusiasm and wisdom. I am also seeing that this card might represent a period of mental clarity for you. If you have been feeling confused or uncertain about what you want in a partner, or what kind of relationship you are looking for, the Knight of Swords suggests that suddenly you're going to have total clarity. It will be like a fog lifting, and you will see your path forward with perfect precision. Trust that clarity when it comes and act on it. The sixth card is the Page of Pentacles, and this brings us back to earth in the most literal sense. After the speed and intensity of the Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles, showing up with this energy of careful planning, practical preparation, and long-term thinking. This card is telling me that while there is passion and excitement in this destined union, there is also going to be a solid foundation of shared values and practical compatibility. The Page of Pentacles represents someone who is committed to building something real and lasting. This is not about fleeting romance or temporary excitement. This is about two people who are willing to put in the work to create a stable, secure future together. I am seeing that financial security and material comfort are going to be important factors in this relationship, not in a shallow way, but in the sense that you both understand the value of working toward shared goals. What I find really beautiful about this card is that it suggests a relationship where you are both students of life. You are both willing to learn and grow. You are both open to new experiences and new ways of doing things. There is a humility here, a recognition that neither of you has all the answers, but together you can figure things out. This is the kind of partnership where you support each other's development, where you celebrate each other's achievements, where you are genuinely interested in helping each other become the best versions of yourselves. The Page of Pentacles is also showing me that this union might involve some kind of new beginning in the material world. Maybe you will start a business together, or buy property together, or begin some kind of joint financial venture. There is definitely an energy of building something tangible, something that exists in the physical world as real value. This is not just an emotional or spiritual connection, although it is those things too. This is also a partnership that manifests in concrete, practical ways. I am getting the sense that patience is going to be important here. The Page energy is youthful and enthusiastic, but also willing to take things step by step. Even though the Knight of Swords suggested things would move quickly, the Page of Pentacles is reminding you that lasting success requires consistent effort over time. You cannot rush the process of building something solid. Trust that each small step you take is bringing you closer to the future you envision. The seventh card is the Eight of Cups. And I have to be honest, Taurus, this is probably the most emotionally challenging card in your reading, but it is also one of the most important. The Eight of Cups represents the act of walking away from something that no longer serves you, even if that something once held meaning or brought you happiness. This card is telling me that in order to fully embrace this destined union, you might need to release something from your past. I am seeing that you might still be carrying some emotional baggage from previous relationships. Maybe there is someone you have not fully let go of, even though you know the connection is over. Maybe there are patterns or behaviors you learned in past relationships that are not healthy, but feel familiar and comfortable. Maybe there are expectations or disappointments that you are still holding onto. The Eight of Cups is saying that it is time to leave all of that behind and move forward with an open heart. This card can feel sad because it involves a kind of death, the death of what was or what might have been. But here's what I want you to understand. Walking away from what no longer serves you is not a loss, it is a liberation. Every time you release something that is not aligned with your highest good, you create space for something better to enter your life. The universe cannot bring you the destined union you are meant for if your hands are still full of things you should have let go of long ago. I am also getting the sense that this card might represent a geographical move or a significant life transition. Maybe you need to physically leave a place or a situation in order to be where you need to be when this person enters your life. Or maybe the letting go is more internal, a shift in how you see yourself and what you believe you deserve. Either way, the Eight of Cups is calling you to have the courage to walk away from the familiar and trust that something better is waiting on the other side. The emotional journey represented by this card is not easy, but it is necessary. You are being asked to go deep, to be honest with yourself about what is really going on in your heart, to feel your feelings fully, and then to consciously choose to move forward. This is not about running away from your emotions or pretending everything is fine. This is about acknowledging where you have been, honoring what you have learned, and then making a deliberate choice to step into a new chapter of your life. The eighth card is the Three of Pentacles, and after the solitary journey of the Eight of Cups, we come to a card that is all about collaboration, teamwork, and mutual respect. The Three of Pentacles is telling me that this destined union is going to be characterized by a deep sense of partnership where both people bring their unique skills and talents to the relationship and together create something greater than either could create alone. I am seeing that you and this person are going to complement each other beautifully. Where you have strengths, they might have areas of growth, and where they excel, you might need support. But instead of these differences causing conflict, they are going to create a natural synergy. You are going to appreciate each other's contributions and value what each person brings to the table. This is a relationship built on genuine respect and admiration. The Three of Pentacles often appears when there is some kind of creative or productive collaboration happening. In the context of your reading, I am getting the sense that you and this person might work together on projects or share professional interests. Maybe you will be in the same field, or maybe you will collaborate on something outside of work. But there is definitely an energy of building and creating together. You are not just going to be romantic partners, you are going to be creative partners as well. Asterisk, there is also something here about recognition and achievement. The Three of Pentacles suggests that the work you do together is going to be seen and valued by others. You are going to build something that has an impact not just on your own lives, but on the lives of people around you. This could manifest in many different ways. Maybe you will create a beautiful home that becomes a gathering place for friends and family, or maybe you will start a project that serves your community, or maybe you will simply model what a healthy, loving partnership looks like, inspire others in the process. Asterisk. What I really love about this card is that it shows to people who are committed to excellence. You are both going to care about doing things well, about learning and growing, about constantly improving. You are not going to settle for mediocrity in your relationship or in any other area of your life. You're going to challenge each other in the best possible way, pushing each other to be better, while also providing the support and encouragement needed to actually achieve those higher standards. Asterisk. The ninth card is the Ace of Cups, and oh Taurus, this is such a powerful card to have in a reading about love and destiny. The Ace of Cups represents a new beginning in the emotional realm, an overflowing of love, a heart that is opening to receive the blessings the universe wants to pour into it. This card is telling me that you are on the verge of a profound emotional renewal. When the Ace of Cups appears, it often signifies the beginning of a significant relationship. But it is not just any relationship, it is a relationship that touches you at the deepest level, that opens your heart in ways you did not know were possible, that reconnects you with a sense of wonder and magic. This is the kind of love that makes you feel alive, that reminds you why you are here, that fills your cup until it overflows. I am seeing that you might have been feeling emotionally depleted or disconnected lately. Maybe you have been protecting your heart, keeping your walls up, being careful not to let anyone get too close. That is completely understandable given what you have been through. But the Ace of Cups is telling me that it is safe to open your heart again. The person who is coming into your life is going to be worthy of your trust, worthy of your vulnerability, worthy of the precious gift of your love. This card is also deeply spiritual, and I am getting the sense that this relationship is going to have a sacred quality to it. You are going to feel like you are connected not just on a human level, but on a soul level. There might be moments where you look at this person and feel like you have known them forever, like your souls recognized each other instantly, even if your minds were meeting for the first time. Pay attention to those feelings because they are real and they are significant. The Ace of Cups is also about creative inspiration and emotional expression. When you are with this person, you are going to feel more creative, more expressive, more willing to share your inner world. They are going to create a safe space where you can be authentic, where you can show your true self, without fear of judgment or rejection. And you are going to do the same for them. This reciprocal emotional support is going to be one of the most beautiful aspects of your relationship. I am also picking up that there might be some kind of offer or proposal coming your way, and it is going to touch your heart deeply. This could be a romantic proposal, but it could also be an invitation to share your life with someone in a meaningful way. Whatever form it takes, it is going to feel like a gift from the universe, like confirmation that you are loved and valued, that your heart is precious. The 10th and final card is the Knight of Cups, and honestly, Taurus, I could not have asked for a more perfect card to complete your reading. The Knight of Cups is the romantic dreamer of the tarot, the person who leads with their heart, who believes in love, who is willing to take emotional risks in pursuit of genuine connection. This card is telling me that either you or the person you are destined to meet, or quite possibly both of you, embody this energy. The Knight of Cups often represents someone entering your life with a romantic offer. This is someone who is emotionally available, who is ready for a real relationship, who is not afraid to express their feelings and show vulnerability. If you have been waiting for someone who actually knows how to do relationships, who understands the importance of emotional intimacy, who values romance and connection, then the Knight of Cups is saying your wait is almost over. I am seeing that this person or this energy is going to approach love with a sense of poetry and beauty. They are going to appreciate the small gestures, the meaningful conversations, the moments of connection that make a relationship feel special. This is not someone who is going to take you for granted or treat love carelessly. This is someone who understands that love is a gift and treats it accordingly. The Knight of Cups is also deeply intuitive and emotionally intelligent. This person is going to understand you on a level that feels almost psychic. They are going to pick up on your moods and needs often before you even express them. They are going to create an emotional atmosphere where you feel safe and cherished, and deeply understood. And if you embody this energy yourself, then you are going to bring these same qualities to the relationship, creating a dynamic where both people feel truly seen and valued. There is a dreamy quality to the Knight of Cups, and I want to acknowledge that while also offering a bit of gentle guidance. This energy is beautiful and romantic, but it can sometimes be a little idealistic. Make sure that while you are enjoying the romance and the emotional connection, you are also staying grounded in reality. The earlier cards in your reading showed the importance of practical partnership and building something solid. So let the Knight of Cups bring the romance and poetry, but make sure it is balanced with the earthy, grounded energy of the Pentacles cards that also appeared. What I find really moving about having the Knight of Cups as your final card is that it represents movement toward emotional fulfillment. This is not a static situation, this is a journey, and you are actively moving toward the love you have been seeking. The Knight is on his horse moving forward with purpose and intention. This tells me that you are not going to be waiting forever. Things are in motion right now, even if you cannot see all the details yet. So, Taurus, let me bring all of this together for you because I want you to see the complete picture that these 10 cards are painting. You have been in a period of juggling responsibilities and trying to maintain balance, while also dealing with confusion and uncertainty, especially around matters of the heart. But you are now moving into a phase where you have the tools and the clarity to manifest what you desire. A deeply fulfilling relationship is destined for you, one that brings emotional satisfaction, practical stability, and genuine partnership. This union is going to require you to release what no longer serves you and be willing to move forward into new territory. But when you do, you are going to find someone who complements you beautifully, who works with you to build something meaningful, who opens your heart to new levels of love and connection. This is not going to be a perfect fairy tale where everything is easy all the time, but it is going to be real, it is going to be worth it. The timing feels like things are accelerating. The Knight of Swords suggested swift movement, and the Knight of Cups appearing as your final card confirms that you are actively moving toward this connection right now. I would not be surprised if within the next few months you meet someone significant, or if an existing connection suddenly deepens in a major way. Pay attention to your intuition. Trust the clarity when it comes and be willing to take inspired action. Your financial situation is going to stabilize and improve, and this is connected to the partnerships you form, both romantic and professional. The work you do together with others is going to be recognized and valued. You are entering a period of building and creating where your efforts produce tangible results that you can see and enjoy. Above all, know that you are deeply loved by the universe. The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups together are such powerful indicators of blessings. In the emotional realm, your heart is precious and it is going to be cherished by someone who truly deserves you. Keep your heart open, stay present with your feelings, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. I hope this reading gave you some clarity and some hope, Taurus. The cards are showing me such beautiful energy for you, and I am genuinely excited about what is coming your way. Trust the journey, trust yourself, and know that the union destiny has marked for you is real, and it is on its way.